Yeah, good afternoon. No one has joined till now. So, yeah, one has joined.
My college.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Go ahead with your class, sir.
Okay,
ସାର୍
okay,
ନମସ୍କାର।
okay, sir.
Sir, ନମସ୍କାର।
ହଁ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଫୋନ୍ଟା ଉଠେଇ ପାରିଲିନି ଏଥିପାଇଁ, ଯଦି ଉଠେଇଥାନ୍ତି କଟି ଯାଇଥାନ୍ତା।
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଠିକ ଅଛି ଆପଣ ସାର୍ ରେକର୍ଡିଂ କରନ୍ତୁ ସାର୍ କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁ କରନ୍ତୁ କ୍ଲାସ୍।
ହଁ ମୁଁ ରେକର୍ଡିଂ ଅଲରେଡି ଅନ୍ କରିଦେଇଛି।
ସାର୍ ୟୁ କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁ
Okay,
ବିଶ୍ୱଜିତ ସାର୍ ୟୁ କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁ ୟୋର କ୍ଲାସ୍ ସାର୍।
okay, sir. Good afternoon, Eddie. So,
Yeah,
everything's okay, Eddie?
yeah, sure. Yeah, everything's fine.
Yesterday, I had given some, assignment or tasks you have done.
Uh, yeah, uh, I,
Uh,
uh,
yes, yes, please go ahead. Yeah. Because
yeah,
I told yesterday that this is a kind of a experiential learning where we will learn from our experience. We'll learn from the content, we'll learn from the discussion. So this kind of things we will always encourage. So whatever, can you please tell me that that the content which I had given you yesterday, Eddie?
uh, yeah. If I'm not too mistaken, I think the question yesterday was like, what facilities can you offer
Yes.
to tourists in your country?
Yes, you have done some homework or you have done some sort of a presentation for that facilities.
So, I like it's not that I've done any kind of assignment, but I can have maybe a say and on it. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I did not prepare any document and say maybe I'm coming back. But of course, but
Okay,
I
okay,
can
okay.
have a
No,
say.
no issue. We can discuss. It's not necessarily that you need to show a presentation, for the task, whatever. Any way you can explain verbally. Also, you can explain. Just hold for a second.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yes. From what we have learned yesterday, actually I've learned a lot. And then when this question popped up of what facilities you can offer maybe to tourists in your country, uh, there are always a lot of things that
Hmm.
you are expected to do as the host. Uh, because when you're expecting someone, you need really that person also to feel that okay, when he's going that to that place is gonna be safe.
Hmm.
So the other thing that you need to consider is first is accommodation, like we discussed yesterday. Any tourist traveling out there, what the first thing
Hmm.
before you can even visit places, you first need to get accommodation. But as the host country or the host person, what you're going to do, you are going to provide accommodation. Not because you're providing accommodation, the person is coming to you. No, there are directives that you are going to give to that person. So that is one
Right.
of the things that you need to consider when someone is visiting your country. The other thing I can say, and this one is more common and popular, there are language barriers. For instance, you may be coming from India and you come into a
Hmm.
community where maybe they don't speak English and you get that one person who can speak English, then it will be your role, your duty as the host person at least to help in language translation. Because maybe we are going somewhere in a restaurant and the people there don't speak English. What you're gonna do, what the tourist or what the visitor will expect from you, at least give the understanding of what is happening, the kind of food they prepare. You can be able to explain to that tourist. That is what most of the tourists actually love.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes. So then other things comes in. Maybe if it comes to visiting places, you are going to to facilitate maybe in getting transport, getting them knowing the mean of transport that will take maybe them to that particular place, to make sure that they are safe. So mean of transport is also a priority, because you are trying to make, if it is a public transport. There are other countries where the public transport, maybe they use cards, they don't use cash. So you can facilitate all that. That is actually what tourists need when they visit in a particular country. I think that is what I can say regarding the topic of yesterday, or the question
Okay, that's
you gave us
fine.
yesterday.
Yeah, that's fine, Eddie. Uh, we precisely you have described what you expecting from tourist point of view. Now we can see the Zamzami he has joined. Good afternoon, Zamzami. In India, it's afternoon. I don't know in your country whether it's afternoon or evening, but nevertheless, uh, welcome to this session, Zamzami. And today we are going to discuss about module two. And first of all, we'll start with uh, guide and city tour. And under that, we have some heading like discovering a town and the utility of guide and city tour, right? So that unit we will discuss. First of all, uh, why we are learning, why we are discussing, that is our objective. And then we will discuss about uh, that utility, how we will prepare a tour, undertaking of the tour, and other things also we will discuss. Now, local information. Suppose you're in India, and that to a specific state. So before you will visit to that particular place, you will definitely will do some sort of a homework, where you will learn something about the local delicacy, local information, the culture, etc., etc. Nowadays, so Google is really available, so we can do that Google work, and we can get some information, local information. But apart from that one, yeah, definitely we have some books which will give you uh, a solid information about that place, about that state, about that country, or about that locality. Irrespective to anything, it can be a climatic condition, it can be a local delicacy, it can be a food, uh, anything. So you'll get those information from the book. And definitely books are uh, is a huge source of getting information about that specific area. And nowadays we can download ebook, e-content book uh, from any other site, and you will get some knowledge. You'll know about the history, you'll know about the geography and topography. Can anyone tell me about why that knowing geography and topography is important when you will visit a specific country or specific place? Can anyone tell me geography and topography? Eddie?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll discuss about geography and topography. Okay, so through the book, we will know about the history of the specific area, and that the geography of that particular area, topography of that particular area. So the important places like museum, like zoo, cultural heritage, monument, etc., etc. So we know about some fair festivals and customs. So, for example, like if you are well aware about Indian culture, and that you are, if you like to visit in West Bengal, another state which comes under India, if you'll visit in the month of October, definitely one things will attract you. One festival will definitely attract you, and that one is a Durga Puja. So it's a nowadays uh, heritage that things they get that heritage uh, acclamation. So you will get that knowledge of what is Durga Puja, what happened during that time, etc., etc. You will get, you'll know to read the book, you'll know by Google it, you'll know from the internet also. Okay, so in case of topography, it's all about that, yeah, the cultural area. It's all about that, that mountain. It's all about that other lakes or whatever. So you know about that topography area also, the geographic area, topographic area, flora, fauna, tree, plant, something like that. Some know medicinal plant. So those things we will know about that specific area before we will visit that area. Okay, so next is a map of definitely is very very useful, and source of info, inform you will get a lot of information from the map. Its boundary, uh, then the main area, where I will get the main area main area, marketplace, then some historical place. Those things will know uh, from the map, right? Now we will discuss about planning the tour. So now, in case of how we will plan a tour, I can see a few Somyo Mishra and Sangram Behra. I'd like to know you that you're a student of this TS-1, because hello, Mr. Sangram and Somyo Mishra.
Han sir, hello sir, hello sir.
You're a student of TS, yes, TS-2, I mean BTS.
Han sir,
You're not audible, Sangram.
yes sir,
Anyway,
yes sir.
there's some, you're a student. That's great. It's the first day you are attending the class. That's great. Yesterday also, we have done some component model number 1, and I have observed Eddie and 2 other, like African students, they have joined. But today you're most welcome, Sangram and Shoma Mishra. Shoma Mishra, you're also a student. Hello. Yeah. Okay. 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 So anyway, today we have another, 3 students who have joined in this, TS-2 class, and today we'll discuss about discovering a town, and what is who is the guide, and city tour. For that one, we need to know about the details of a particular city tour, and the information or the sources of the information, and details of conducting a city tour. Okay, so information, we have already discussed about the source of information, and most reliable, most good source of information is a book. Definitely nowadays we can say that chat gpt, learn, or maybe the googles also, we can google anything else and get the information. But still I consider a book is also a very good source of getting information about a specific place, about a specific area, about a specific state, about a specific country, right? So and then maps also. So see, in case of the boundary, about the bus terminus, railway station, airport, about that main market, the road pattern, the water bodies, etc., etc., will get from the map, right? Now we will discuss about how we'll plan a tour. Okay, so yeah, good afternoon, Imelda. Yeah. So, yeah, good afternoon. Shoma and Sangram, you have any idea? Because, in case of Odisha, they are very rich in heritage property. And, if you consider pilgrimage tourism, then we consider Odisha as a very rich state, okay, who can offer a huge content of pilgrimage tourism. So, in case of that, how to plan a tour, can you say something about your own concept, your own idea to conduct a tour? Anyone? Uh, Sangram? Any idea? Whatever the idea you have, don't feel hesitate. You can explain in your own way. If you require a rectification, definitely I'll rectify it. Sangram, am I audible, Sangram?
Huh, sir. Hmm.
Ha ha. Sangram,
Okay, sir.
it's a very simple things that if you like to plan for a sorry for a tour, suppose like to plan for a one day tour where we will cover Dhavalgiri, Konarak, and some other exotic
Sir,
places in Odisha. Hmm.
famous for Jagannath temple. Uh,
Yes.
Jagannath temple, Lingaraj Mandir, and Khandagiri, Uttagiri, and
Hmm. Hmm. That's great.
uh, also Khandagiri,
Okay.
Udagiri, Dholigiri.
That means you are very much clear about your tour, right? That where you like to visit, and try
Yes,
to get some knowledge from those of place for those places, so that you can explain those things to the tourist, and you'll add some added value, right? Now we'll start with planning a tour. Now, first of all, we need to identify more than one type of tour. Okay, what type of tour you are planning? Okay, it can be your guest is the students. I mean, your customer is a student. Your guest is a student, or they are the professional, or they are the businessman, or whatever. You need to understand about the tour. Okay, now, in case of itinerary, any idea about itinerary? If I ask you next topic is itinerary. When you will plan for a tour, just now Songram he said about that Lingaraj, or the temple name of the few temples. That means those are the point which he liked to cover in one day, in a single day. So what do you mean by itinerary? Anyone? Eddie or Emilda, you can tell the concept of itinerary If you have, you can share your knowledge. If you don't have, then I'll tell you something about itinerary. No idea, Eddie?
Yeah, I have no idea, sir. I have no idea
Okay,
about the
okay,
itinerary.
okay. That's great. Imelda? Anyway, I'll explain you
I
what.
have
Yes,
ideas.
yes, yeah, yeah. We can hear
No,
you.
I
Are you traveling, Imelda?
yes, I'm traveling.
Okay. So you have any idea about itinerary?
No, no, no. Please go ahead and
Okay,
explain.
okay. Right. Now, itinerary means, suppose, Sangram, he said that within one day, okay, it's a day tour, he will cover 4 or 5 sites. Now, for that one, being a good tour planner, he has to make an itinerary. And what is itinerary? Itinerary is you know a proper thing where he will explain the start timing, then where he will halt, what are the places you will visit, the timing to visit for a specific place, at what time you will be leaving that place, at what time you'll be opt for lunch, at what time you'll be opt for you will wind up the entire day. So specifically, he will mention everything. It's a kind of schedule that okay, today we'll start at 7:30 early morning. 7:30 early morning, all the guests should arrive in the lobby. Okay, and our bus will be waiting there in the lobby. So we'll count, and guest will, or the customer will sit, will be seated inside the bus. And after that we'll visit 7:55, we will visit to maybe sun temple, right? And we will give 45 minutes, we'll stay 45 minutes in sun temple. So 7:55 till 45. That means 8:40 till 8:40. We will see everything. We will know everything about every history about Sun Temple. Will go through that Sun Temple, Konarak Temple, and we'll be living at 8:50. Again, we'll come back in our bus, and we will leave for the next destination. So it will take a half an hour journey from 8:50 till 9:20. Okay, so this 9:20 is our next destination. Maybe Dholi or maybe any other place is our next destination. We will be there at 9:20. We'll be there at 9:20. Okay, and we will visit, we will see each and everything on that specific area. And if you have any question, we have our tour guide, or maybe a manager also, he or she will explain everything about the specific place. Okay, so we'll have our breakfast at 9:50. Okay, on a specific joint we'll have a breakfast, and the tour operator will mention that they will give not more than half an hour to have the breakfast, for the breakfast, right? So 9:30 to 10, they'll give a time for the breakfast. Now, after that, they will go for the next destination. There also they will spend 50 minutes or 1 hour, whatever, and that they will mention the lunch time, the time at what time and where, in which outlet they will take their lunch. It will be mentioned categorically, right? And one leaflet kind of things they will distribute with each and every guest. Guests can see that leaflet and they can easily find out that what would be the next destination, and what time they'll have their breakfast, and what time they'll have their lunch, and what time again they will be there in the hotel. So this is the entire procedure is known as itinerary. Okay, is it okay, Sangram, Eddie, and Emilda? Concept is clear?
हाँ सर सर ठीक है सर राइट सर
Okay, 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 okay. That's it. Now I can see one new student has joined. Student has joined. Daflin. Daflin, welcome in our class, online class. Is it possible to switch on your camera and give a small introduction of yourself, Daflin? Can you hear me, Daflin? My voice is clear. Anyway, some I think there's some network issue. That's why he has left. Next time, Dapran will introduce himself and we'll start. So we are talking about those planning a tour or whatever. Now, next is mode of travel. Itinerary is it's all about that timing of lunch, timing of that visiting place, timing of tour place, whatever that comes under itinerary. And I hope that you all understood about that itinerary. Now, mode of travel. Uh, Mode of travel means suppose you like to visit no Goa. I like to visit Goa. Yes, Imelda, like to say something?
Yeah, hiking there is more of like the schedule of a tourist to the place they are staying on the tourist site.
Yeah, your voice is not clear, Amelia.
I'm saying itinerary in a simple term is more of the schedule of a tourist to the facility.
No, facilities means everything. Facilities means it's all about the type of room. It's all about swimming pool. It's all about jacuzzi. It's all about concierge. It's all about ticketing. It's all about money exchange. That is the facility. But that things not comes under itinerary. Itinerary means suppose you like to visit and there's a tour, 7 days tour or 2 days or 1 day tour, and that particular tour where you like to go, okay, and that span of time you will spend, then at what time you will take your meal, that thing will be specified for the entire day, right? That is known as itinerary.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, 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 okay. So just we are talking about modes of travel. So modes of travel means suppose it's a distance is less than 100 kilometer or less than 80 kilometer. So mode of travel, tourists they prefer a good luxury car, a good car, decent car. According to your budget, you can opt for the car. Either it can be a limousine, or either it can be a Maruti 100, 800, that can be a BMW or whatever. So it's according to your budget. You can decide that what car you will go for. So mode of travel, definitely you will travel 60, 120 kilometers in a day. So definitely you have to think about your comfort zone. You have to think about the comfort level. Accordingly, we need to select the and the transport. It can be a taxi nowadays. We have Uber, we have Ola, we have Jati Shati also in West Bengal. We have a taxi. We have AC bus. We have a train. We have a metro rail. We have a toy train. We have a lot of modes of travel. So according to your convenience, you need to select. most good mode of travel. Okay, we'd like to emphasize the motor transport is not always the best mode of travel. Definitely, if you think that, suppose you like to go in Sikkim or in Darjeeling. Okay, suppose you like to go to Sikkim or in no, Darjeeling. So definitely, you can try a Land Rover also. It's a, I don't know, kind of very old Land Rover, and you can feel that yes, you are wearing a very good sound car. So if you like to go to Darjeeling from Siliguri, you can avail a toy train, and it has got a heritage property nowadays. So this type of uh, you know uh, modes of travel we need to select according to to your convenience, and the place where you would like to visit. Suppose in Darjeeling, Darjeeling in India, in Darjeeling or India in Shimla also, you will avail toy train, right? So that one is also an attraction. Tourists, they used to come over there to avail a toy train. So they enjoy the ride in toy train. So they will book. So that is the mode of travel. Now I like to give some example of itinerary. Okay. Now you can write date, place, time, and itinerary. Now date is today, 27th of November 2023. Place is West Bengal. Time is maybe 8:30 early morning, right? In itinerary, it's mentioned breakfast at the hotel. So the guest and that pamphlet or leaflet has to be distributed among the guests so that they will know what is happening. So you will mention that guests will take their breakfast at the hotel. So definitely hotel will provide breakfast. It can be a whole room service, or it can be buffet service also. Whatever the service, guests will take their breakfast inside the hotel. Next, at 9 early morning, departure for an inner city tour of West Bengal. I mean, there is a local sightseeing. They will go for a local sightseeing at 9 early morning. 9:30, 15 minutes stop at Jama Masjid. That is the first destination, Jama Masjid, and there is a stop of there's a gap of 15 minutes. So the tourists, they will spend 15 minutes together. They will see Jama Masjid. 9:45, onto the spectacular Red Fort. They will visit Red Fort, building deserving a visit inside the fort. They will visit inside of the fort, right? Diwani Khash and Moti Masjid, etc., etc. They will see at 10:45, off to Chandni Chowk, the Mughal market, and today's business shopping center in Delhi, maybe, right? So this is known as a itinerary. Understood? So now, is it possible for Eddie, Imelda, and Shangram, as well as Deflin, to make itinerary in your own choice? Maybe the place, you can select your own place, and we can make itinerary of a single day or 2 days or 3 days. Yours you can write, can make. Is it possible? I'll give you 10 minutes to make that itinerary, because no, making itinerary is a very important no aspect. You have your scribbling pad or any other rough copy with you? First, we'll start with 1 day itinerary. Sangram, you can make your local, place visit for a 1 day. We'll start from 8:30 and we'll be coming once again at 6 p.m. 6 in the evening. Then Eddie, same things happen with you. It's a 1 day tour and we need to make your own itinerary. Okay. Emilda, is it possible to make your itinerary?
Uh, like
Okay.
right now.
Is it possible we can make we can use your smartphone also, or if you have a rough copy and pen, you can make your itinerary and you can share.
Let me
You
first
can
see
present.
on my calendar. On the
Yeah.
calendar, right?
Right, right.
Let me try it on this.
Okay. Daflin, Daflin Mandela. Is it possible to make an itinerary? Because if not, if you have not written a proper itinerary, I'll rectify it. Don't worry. I'll rectify it. I'll just give you no 10 minutes to write that itinerary, and then uh, you can share each and every one. Sangram, is it okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Just make your itinerary, 1 page itinerary, and you can share. Okay, Eddie, same things. I'll give you 10 minutes. Meanwhile, if you're facing any problem to make itinerary, please let me know. You can write it. I'll give a proper answer so that you can make your own itinerary. You are prepared? Can anyone share? Can you start? Shongram, can you share your itinerary with us?
No, no, sir. Sir, I am writing.
Okay, okay, okay. Take your time. Don't worry. Hmm. Anyway, we have a very limited time span, so I can't give more time. So, if you have finished, then you can share. If you have not finished, later on we can share, right? So, uh, it'll take more time. Imelda, Eddie. Okay. So I hope you are with me. So now we'll discuss about undertaking the tour. So we need to remember few important things during the tour. One is that length of daily trip. What would be the length of a daily trip? Because maybe at 8:30 you will take your breakfast, you'll have your breakfast, and by 9 you'll be free, and you can go for a sightseeing visit, or you will go for a that the place visit, and from 9 till 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, so you can give to visit different places. So that would be the length of a daily trip. Now, tour planner, they always consider the endurance of passenger. Now, the thing is, what do you mean by endurance of passenger? Suppose your passenger, they are maximum, they are above 70 or above 65. So their endurance capacity is not much. So you have to plan the length of a daily trip accordingly, so that at the end of a day they will not be exhausted. Okay. The age of the group will have something to do with this. Definitely, if you're traveling with a young tourist, you know to think about that, their endurance, or how much time they can spend, or they will involve with some sort of a trekking or not. So that is a very important aspect. If possible, for a older guest, avoid long days back to back journey. Okay, maybe you're today you're traveling 6 hours, next day you will be traveling again 4 hours or 5 hours to visit a specific tourist spot. So if your age is a concern, please avoid this type of back to back long journey, right? Next is stops during the tour. See, but when we need to give a stop, rest and meal stop are important, and it has to be planned very minutely, right? Number one is rest. You require some rest time. You need some time to have your meal. The first rest stop usually occurs a couple of hours after departure, right? This is the ideal thing. First rest stop, right, usually occurs a couple of hours after departure, and another may take place a few hours past lunch. After lunch, it's not like that you have taken your lunch at 2 p.m. and then at 2:30 you'll be traveling. No, you need to give some sort of a rest time after your lunch. It can be 15 minutes, or it can be half an hour, and then once again you can start traveling, right? That is a stop hour. Okay. Some limited flexibility may be granted on rest stop. Maybe customize that flexibility, or maybe something like that. Okay, so you need to abide of those stop. Okay. How much time we can allot for a particular stop? Maximum it should not cross 60 minutes. That means 1 hour maximum, because you have planned everything according to your itinerary, and each and every stop will take 1 hour 45 minutes, then to not possible for you to be on time. Okay. Next is shopping. Definitely, shopping is also a big concern. Tourist or traveler, they like to shop from the local market, or from the local delicacy, in terms of food, in terms of cloth, or in terms of other aspects, souvenir also, right? So they'll spend some time for shopping. Okay. Next is problem spot. Some tour problems are beyond the control of even and most cautious tour escort. Most, however, can be anticipated and avoided. Problem spot. Suppose there is some hindrance, there is some problem on that particular spot, right? Yeah, Eddie, would like to share something?
No, I just like I'm done like with creating some itinerary like for a day just.
Okay.
Mm. So I actually yeah I created it in a small document here. I know.
Hmm.
Yes. So uh maybe let me let
Okay.
me
Hmm.
share.
You have done that
Can
itinerary,
you see my
Eddie? Yeah,
Can you see my screen?
that's great. Oh, excellent. Tour in Jinja, Uganda, morning, 8 early morning, have breakfast at a local cafe. Yeah, that's very, very, pertinent. At 10 early morning, be the source of Nile for a boat trip or cruise. Excellent. Acha, Eddie, you have mentioned that at
Yeah.
8 you'll take your group will take their breakfast in a local cafe. So from there,
Yes.
it will take half an hour for that
Uh,
breakfast.
y- Sorry.
It will take half an hour to have their breakfast.
Yeah, like okay, I just tried like to space it by at least half an hour. When
Yeah,
we're
to be
visiting a
very
place,
safe
we first
side,
need to.
yeah, to be very safe side, you can give
Yeah.
45 minutes, because see, the way I'm having my breakfast and the way you are having your breakfast, maybe it's not same. I'll take 45 minutes to complete my breakfast, but it will take only 30 minutes to complete your breakfast. So you have to think about all your member. So it's better you can give 45 minutes for a specific breakfast, right? So
Okay, like oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that means that till 8:45 they will be engrossed, they'll be busy with their breakfast.
Yeah.
So yeah, so from 8:45 till 10, okay, that time that things will take a travel time. You need to mention it's a travel time, now.
Yeah, I didn't include the travel time. Was like I assume like I'm in Ginger and we just wanted to explore within
Mm-hmm.
there. Then we start by saying, okay, since we are going for these activities, let us first start with the breakfast. After breakfast, then we're going
Mm-hmm.
to have a ride or a visit to the source of the Nile, and so that
Mm-hmm.
we will have like the boat riding and then after that, we can come after the boat riding. I don't know, like maybe the boat riding will take about 1 hour, 1 hour or 2 hours. Then we come
Okay.
back and start exploring the cultural center which are there.
Okay.
So after that one, then we come for like maybe lunch after afternoon, something like that. Yeah, I was
Okay.
just trying like to design and say this is how it's gonna look, but I don't know in designing the um
Yeah,
in
it's
designing
okay. It's
like
perfectly okay.
this
Eddie is.
uh, itinerary. I was like saying I was trying to get the whole concept here. you know it's almost like when there are programs always, when we used to attend programs, whether being in school programs back then in the high school, there's that kind of a paper that you are given. Maybe they say from 8 to 9 the speech will be from this person, from this to this the speech, like, is this
Absolutely
how the
right,
itinerary
Eddie.
should also
Yes,
follow the order?
yes, yes. This is known as itinerary.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Is it clear to concept? Okay. So we are talking about a problem spot. We need to chalk out the problem spot. Accordingly, we need to do our homework. If that is a disturbance place, so try to avoid that place. If that one is a chaotic place, try to avoid that place. Try to find out the problematic spot, and if possible, we can skip that spot, right? Next, some common problems we face regarding about the luggage. Okay, no, bags are one of a two major headache, so we can't check them too often. People leave something behind or grab the wrong bag. So what we'll do at that point of time? Being a tour guide or being a tour manager, this is your responsibility to solve this type of problem. It can be related with your luggage, your scanty luggage, or any other things. We need to solve it. It is also sensible planning to leave expensive items like jewelry in a safe place at home, definitely you are not authorized to carry those valuable belongings like jewelry during your traveling, right? Now, next problem we generally face during tour time is missing tour member. Okay, missing tour member. Suppose some one or two members they are missing. What you will do at that point of time? Being a tour manager, so this is very critical. This is very important, and this is very vital. We need to inform, we need to give a proper handover to any other responsible person who can guide the other guest. And your responsibility is to find out that missing guest, right? Being a tour manager, it is your sole responsibility to find out the missing guest. Okay, and then is if someone has lost his or her passport, what will do? So that formalities, local formalities, police formalities or other formalities, we need to do it by as a manager. And after that you need to inform that local police station, and then you can do some other alternative, right? This is your core duty, right? Now, next one is loss of fund and ticket, right? Definitely, you need to arrange fund. Nowadays, it's very easy to arrange a fund. Being a manager of your company, of your tour operator, you need to inform these things to your higher authority so that they will arrange money later on. Your guest will reimburse that amount. Okay. Next is illness. Travelers are expected to provide for their own medical needs. Suppose you need to carry your own medicine. Suppose you are you have some past asthma, or maybe some chronic disease. So you need to carry your own medicine at that point of time, and definitely the prescriptions also, because if there is shortage of medicine, we need to show the prescriptions and we can take the medicine from the dispensary, right? So it's all about that first unit. Any question from your end? Any question? Okay, then we'll go for unit 6. It's all about describing a monument or any other heritage property. Okay, so here I'll try to give you an examples of Taj Mahal. Okay, so you have any idea about Taj Mahal? Any idea about Taj Mahal? No, fact of Taj Mahal. The Taj is situated on the raised platform at the southern end of a four-quartered garden. The locality in which Taj Mahal is situated in the Agra city is known as Mumtaj Bad, after the Queen Mumtaj Mahal. Taj complex has been designed on grid pattern, right? Beginning from north, the first composition is a red sandstone, okay, forecourt known as Chow E Ilo Khana. Okay, that is the first chronicles. The northern end of the garden has the Taj Mahal. Western part, Taj has a mosque in red sandstone, and the eastern flank is its replies. In the center of the platform is Taj Mahal with each corner having one or four stored marble in a minaret. That is all about the Taj Mahal, and you will do some sort of a Google work. You will find each and every information, whether in Google or maybe in ChatGPT. Now, our concern is to just a minute about the fact, because when the tourists they will visit Taj Mahal, so being a tour operator, being a tour guide, or being a tour escort, this is your responsibility to say something about Taj Mahal to make the entire visit more interesting, right? So that is the main motto. So before your tourists they will visit Taj Mahal, definitely being a tour operator or tour manager, we need to elaborate those history, okay, and then we'll go for that price also, the tickets, the facilities they are providing for the foreigner, for the local tourist. That things also need to explain. Next is a anecdote. There's a lot of stories, a lot of histories also. It's related with Taj Mahal, and that is one of the one most important wonder. Okay, so that is all about Taj Mahal. Next is mountain guide. You have heard about the word Sherpa. Anyone? Sherpa? No idea about Sherpa. Okay, we'll discuss about no Sherpa. Now, before we start giving you some idea about mountain, so we'll start with guide and pathfinder. There's a huge difference between a guide and a pathfinder. Okay. Guide and pathfinder. There's a huge difference between a guide and a pathfinder. Guide is a person who direct or lead in any sort of activity. Guide is a person who direct or lead in any sort of activity. Guide in the Himalayan region is often a local person. So definitely, in case of a Himalayan region, guide would be a local person, and we used to call them Sherpa. We used to call them Sherpa, who is familiar with the terrain and route, and thus able to lead the group along with known route. That is the main function of a tour guide. He also act as a local liaison man. He also act as a local liaison man who helps in organizing a porter, because when you will climb a mountain, if you are carrying 5 kgs of material, that things will equivalent to 10 kgs, so it's very tough, and Sherpa they are well trained of carrying those things. So definitely uh, uh, they are also responsible to carry the porters also, right, and finding a suitable accommodation also. Thus he is a guide and an escort both. So so I hope that you understand who is a guide in case of mountain tourism, or in case of like no suppose you are going to a mountain, so definitely you require some guidance, you require some helps, and definitely guide will help you out in that case. Now, Pathfinder is a term made was made popular by the early settler in America. In those days, a person who was skilled in negotiating the wilderness and thus could find a path in an unfamiliar terrain through which groups of early no, settlers could be taken to greener, no, greener pastures was called Pathfinder. So there's a huge difference between a guide and a pathfinder. The main difference between a guide and a pathfinder is of a skill process by them. Traditionally, a pathfinder is also more of an adventurer who has taken the role of pathfinder for the sheer joy of it and accept financial remuneration to sustain his sense of adventure. It's all about that guide and pathfinder. Next is Sherpas. It has been customary for the climbers and trekkers in the Himalayan region to refer to the climbing guides or competent high altitude porter under the same generic heading of Sherpa, irrespective of the fact that the person may be of Nepali, Garhwali, or Balti origin or any other uh, tribesman. This has been the climbing of trekking community complement to the skill of a Sherpa. Sherpa basically is a actually a member of a very distinct Himalayan tribe. However, today it denotes a job category which include assisting a trekking group. Okay, they also help setting up of tent, carrying the loads, managing supplies, and doing other odd works or job like cooking during the time of trekking. Evolution into Pathfinder. We're not going to discuss about that evolution of the Pathfinder. Now, guide, Pathfinder, and tourist expectation. Guide, what we expect from a guide, a pathfinder, and a tourist. Number one is guide should be the guide should be physically very fit with a lot of stamina and strength that we expect. Number two, guide should have the technical skill necessary for moving at various altitude in the Himalaya. Next is a guide should be familiar with local customs and traditions and should be able to avoid potentially embarrassing situation. Next point, he should be familiar with the local area, terrain, and route. He should act as a liaison man between tourists and the local people. Next point is the guide should be familiar with search and rescue procedures. He also should be proficient enough to be able to physically serve his word in such case if required. Next point is in case of traveling, they definitely they are going to help each and every sector. Okay. Next, we'll discuss that what kind of skills required by guide or pathfinder. Definitely, it's not like that. Any local people can be the no, guide or a pathfinder. So they require some sort of a skill. So what skill they require? Number one, proficiency in the language spoken by the both tourists and local people. So those are tourists, they understand only, they can speak and understand only English. How they will communicate with that Sherpa who doesn't understand anything about English, English. So definitely that is the language, familiarity with local people, terrain and area, along with customs and practices. Next is familiarity with the rules governing tourism in that particular specific area, concern for the environment and local ecology. So that is the skills, capacity to withstand stress and coolly handle emergency. Look at those capacity they have. Familiarity with search and rescue procedures along with proficiency in evacuation skills and first aid. That is their basic jobs, duties and responsibilities. So it's all about the Sherpa. If you like to visit in India, and maybe a mountain like Himalaya or Nanda Devi or any other big mountain, definitely you need a Sherpa who will assist you, who will help you in every aspect, carrying your luggage, carrying your essentials, communicating with the local people, the medicine, everything. They will assist you. Any question from your end, Sangram, Eddie? Okay, that's fine.
No question, sir. It's okay.
Okay, that's good. So, next unit will go for journey through a museum. Uh, in a particular specific area, we have a museum where tourists they will visit and they will learn a lot of things, right? So that is a museum. And now we will discuss unit number 8 about journey through a museum. Uh, what is museum? In definition, as a tourist guide or otherwise, when we take visitors to the museum, it is important for us to know the variety and the range of collection housed there. This information is immense help to the tourist in catering to the tourists who may not have common tastes or all the things kept in the museum. So definitely in a museum we have a different idea, different section. So being a guide, being a manager, we need to explain those things to the tourists so that they will understand about that specific country, heritage, about their culture, about the other thing also. Number one is collect detailed information about the museum. When you are working as a tour guide or operator, we need to collect a detailed information about the specific museum. Arrange this information in convenient categories, and then we need to arrange that information and pass on to the other guest, so that before they will visit the museum, they will have some sort of an idea about the museum. Make sure that how much time the visitors have to spend there. Definitely this is a very important aspect, that how much time they can spend on that museum. We need to specify that yes, we are going to visit Indian museum and we have 3 hours time. Within 3 hours we need to complete the visit over here. And being a good tour guide, we need to know the area of their interest. Suppose I am the tour guide of 20 tourists. Out of 20 tourists, 5 tourists they are interested in archaeological fact, 5 tourists they are interested in philanthropist work, 5 tourists are interested in agricultural things, and 5 tourists they are interested in stone. So accordingly, I need to guide them so that at the end of this journey, they'll enjoy. So we need to plan. We need to go for a layout for the entire planning. That yes, in ground floor, what are the area we will visit? First floor, second floor, third. Because museum is a huge one, and if you like to cover a single museum with a proper, knowing the proper detail of that museum, will take not less than 5 to 6 hours. So that museum is also a very important artifact. In case of ground floor, receptions and publication counters, then uh, there's some key gallery, there's some Eurasian place, etc. In first floor, main administrative office, Indian miniature painting, decorative arts, Indian bronze, research work, research library, etc. In second floor also, Indian arms, European decorative arts, European painting. So these are way in your country maybe something different, but we need to explain the entire thing. We need to explain the entire no thing. Uh, we need to tell them about pre and uh, proto-historic exhibit. Okay, then stone sculpture also, bronze era, those things we need to, terracotta also, inscriptions and coins, those things we need to explain. Then we have our painting section, uh, modern painting, Western painting, different types of paintings are there. We have a natural history section, bird gallery, mammals gallery, reptiles gallery, amphibians, fish gallery, uh, invertebrate gallery. So different galleries we have. So just explain them according to their interest and choice. They will visit. Now, educational activities inside the museum, exhibition. Then, if you are a research scholar, then you will get huge, ample numbers of information from the museum, reprography and conservation. If you're a conservationist, then you will get some data over there. So that's all about the museum. Okay. Now, any question from the museum? See, I have already given some examples of Indian museum. So in your country, whatever the museum you have and whatever the artifact you have, accordingly we need to narrate all the things to your tourist. Last unit is national park, and we will discuss about national park from guide perception, not from hotel, tourist perception, but from guide perception. We will discuss about national park. Now, objective is very clear. Familiarize with the with tourist with characteristics of wildlife tourist, awareness of problems in wildlife tourism, provide the hints about developing ecological awareness among the tourists, and discuss the economic benefit of promoting wildlife tourism. That things we will discuss. Profiling a wildlife tourist. We must understand that the tourist is a visitor who is visiting the area for a reason, specific reason, other than business, right? It can be he or she will try to get some experience or try to involve in activities or maybe pass on his gain knowledge about the area uh, to his relative, to his friend, to his acquaintance. Okay, now purpose of travel. In today's time, when the world focus on green tourism or ecotourism, there is more focus on visiting national park. People want to get away from the concrete jungle to the jungle of the God. They want to experience peace and tranquility, something different, something new, something adventurous, and learn and understand nature and its importance. That is all about wildlife tourist. They want to see creatures of nature, insects, butterfly, snake, bird, lizard, and animals. They not only want to see but understand them, feel them, and appreciate them. They want to be in landscape, absorb the environment, and remember it forever. Right? That is why they like to visit in a particular country, and they like to take some sort of experience in that specific wildlife. Right? Any comments on wildlife in your country? Eddie, Sangram, Imelda, wildlife in your own country, in your own state. What is your understanding? Anyone? Am I audible? I think.
Yes, audible.
Okay, okay. So we are talking about wildlife, right? Now, why they like to visit, the reason for their visit, we had already discussed, and now we'll discuss about the problems in wildlife tourism. What problem we generally face in wildlife tourism? Number one is timing. Timing is a very important one because see in India, like Manas or like Jaldapara also there's some forest where there's a month like July, August, September. This is not the right time to visit because that's the time for animal breeding. So we need to know the time and accordingly we need to make your itinerary. It is only in India that we have developed a unique concept of timing morning and evening. As if wildlife tourism is an entertainment show, there are things happening all time in nature. Then why this restriction? There are some people who would like to see some animals in return back, and there are other who would like to see some animal and spend time photography. I mean, see, it's a, what kind of animal you love. Accordingly, we need to make your timing. Suppose like to visit in Duars jungle or Duars forest. So you can see an elephant, you can see a rhino, you can see a deer. You can sometimes, if you're lucky, you can see bear also. Different types of bird also you can see. So there's a different timing to see them in the morning, and in evening also you can see some sort of a rare species of bird. So you just make your own priority and Fix the entire tour accordingly. That is all about timing. Next is transportation. Tourists will like to travel in a comfortable transport suitable for the area. They wishes to feel the environment, to able to see clearly the jungle, the animal, the bird flying, etc., etc. They would like to photograph what they see is, with easy. The ideal vehicle is undoubtedly the gypsy or a Land Rover, etc. Is a transportation. Next is accommodation. Uh, just a minute. Give me two more minutes. Mm, Now we'll discuss about accommodation, right? Most of the tourists look for a simple, basic accommodation, uh, which would offer number one, ideal environment to the purpose for which they have come. The ideal environment, because it's not a luxury they want. It's all about how they feel about the flower, about the nature, about the animal, etc., etc. So that is the most important one. Ideal environment to the purpose for which they have come. Next, neat and clean accommodation. Uh, Definitely, out of 100, 99 percent case, they will always go for a neat and clean accommodation. Efficient management and friendly staff. That is their expectation in terms of accommodation. Now, photography. This is a very important for wildlife, tourism and photography. Uh, every person these days, on travel, likes to document the scenario through photographs. Quite often, people hold special parties in the horse and invite friends and show them photos, slides, or videos of places where they have been, which motivate others to think of the same. Suppose one of your friends, they have visited in Africa, some jungle, which the videography of the jungle will definitely motivate others to visit that place. So that is the main important things, to take a photography, to take a videography also. I mean, you can earn a lot of goodwill as a photography enthusiast will never forget the timely help that saved for him precious memories of the day. Definitely, you can take a picture of a Royal Bengal tiger, you can take a picture of a black mamba, you can take a picture of rare species bird, you can take a picture of lion. So that things will give you a different kind of a satisfaction. Okay, it's a harmonizing nature. There is a harmonizing nature, the ecological awareness, and then nature's walk. That is a very simple things. In case of ecological awareness, a wildlife should be planned in such a manner that it does not interfere with the ecology of the region. Definitely. So, and basically we can feel this type of essence during the COVID time, because at that time hardly a very less number of travelers they disturb the wildlife, and you can see a large green area over there, and animals they are very happy because they don't like interventions of a human being, right? And the pollution also at the time was very low. Now another very important thing is nature's walk. Nature's walks are one of the finest way of experiencing a wildlife. How, I don't know how many you are interested for this type of walk, but personally I like this nature walk. They make one understand the use and importance of the forest. Different noise, sound, insect, animals, different scenario altogether. They are almost non-existent. In Nepal, a nature trek is fascinating to tell the tourist about the various plant, trees, shrubs, and bushes, and give information about their economic and other benefit to human, animal, and environment. There's a different trekking, okay, in Nepal. So you can see the importance of nature's work, and you can see eastern zone of India. You can go to Meghalaya, where you can see a sacred forest. A lot of things you'll learn, okay, from that forest. Later on we will discuss about the sacred forest in Meghalaya. So, it's all about wildlife tourism. Okay, so now uh, we have covered block 2. Today we have covered block 2. Now question answer session from your end. If you have any question, don't feel hesitate, ask and clarify it. Sangram, Eddie, Imelda.
Sir, what is Pathfinder?
Pathfinder means, see, it's a guard. You have understood about the guide. Pathfinder means, see, apart from the guide, you require some special, care. Maybe the knowledge of a particular area, the route knowledge, the food habit knowledge, some other things also. They are showing the right path, right? So they used to call as a pathfinder.
Sir, right, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hmm. Imelda, Eddie, no question. Okay, okay. So can we wind up today?
Yeah, sure. It's okay.
Okay, okay, okay. One assignment for you three is, though AD has already prepared that itinerary, so you need to make a fresh itinerary, AD, and Sangram also, and Emilda also. You need to make your own 1 or 2 days tour itinerary. Is it okay for you?
All right, it's okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. Then I'm signing off.
Okay then.
Chalo.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye bye. Yeah. Bye. Bye.